There are 4 key reasons why you should put your LLC into a trust. I'm Andrew Ayers. I'm an estate planning and business law attorney with offices in Edina, Minnesota and New York City. And today we're going to look at how you can protect your business by putting your LLC interest into a trust. It's one of those areas where estate planning and business law overlap, and you can use some strategies to really get some advanced protection for you and your business. This is an important consideration for you if you're running a business, because owning your LLC through a trust will provide you with additional protections. It can help you avoid probate matters. It can keep your business affairs private in case something happens to you, and it allows you to plan for the unexpected. So let's dive into those 4 reasons. Number 1, asset protection. So if you've got creditors coming after your business, a trust can add a second layer of defense. You can think of your LLC as that frontline defense and your trust as the backup blockers. Now, before you go too far down this road, you need to understand, though, there are 2 different types of trusts. There's an irrevocable trust, one that can't be changed, and a revocable living trust, one where you can always make changes. So if you are looking for asset protection as the primary reason for putting your LLC interest into a trust, you need to be considering the irrevocable trust, the one that can't be changed. Because if you're using a revocable trust, that can always be changed and those assets can still be considered yours. So that revocable trust doesn't give you the full asset protection. So if this is your primary concern, you need to look deeper into some more advanced strategies to get that true asset protection with that second level. Reason number 2 is it's going to avoid probate court. So if you die without a trust, your business could end up in the probate court, and it's the limbo of the court having to decide what happens to your business and having to wind it down. If your interest is in a trust, however, when you pass away, that interest does not have to go through your local probate court. And this can save your family and this can save your beneficiaries a lot of time and energy by not having to go to court. Another way around this, to stay out of probate court if we're not going to use a trust, is to make sure that our LLC agreement has transfer on death provisions for the LLC interests. So what I'm trying to do in this video is give you these 4 reasons, but also some other steps we can take, because not everybody is going to fall into all 4 of these reasons. So if you have an LLC that you want to keep out of probate court, you want to also consider, if you're not going to use the trust piece, that you use a transfer on death designation for the membership interest. Third reason we want to do this is for privacy. So again, if you pass away and your business has to go through the probate court, guess what happens? Everything is public. So every time we have a celebrity die here in the United States, if they have a will or if they don't, we're going to find out about it, because the news media loves to cover dead celebrity estates. The reason they love this is because those filings are all public. Now, the celebrities who have done more estate planning and more advanced strategies will usually be using things like trusts and LLCs to shield their personal affairs from the public view, especially when they pass away. If you've ever wondered why you probably can't find out the home address of your favorite actress or sports star, it's because they likely don't even own it in their own name. It's often owned either by their trust or by a business entity that they control. So celebrities do a great job of making sure to keep their privacy intact when something happens to them. But most other people who run a business, they don't always think about that. And so what happens is your business interest now gets routed through the probate court after you pass away, and your profits, your business partners, your financials, all of these can be exposed as part of that probate process, because remember, those filings are public. Your family may be able to seal them. They may make a request of the court that they be sealed. But remember, the courts favor open court proceedings. They favor open public access to court records. So you can't always guarantee that a court would step in and keep your filings private. So your business may end up out in the public record. And if you're working in a competitive industry, I guarantee you, if something happens to you, your competitors will be reading those filings and trying to reverse engineer any success that you've been having. So what can we do? We can use that trust to keep all of these things out of the spotlight. So if something happens to you, your business does not have to go through that probate court. And number 4, we can use it as a bit of incapacity planning. So it's a little bit informal, but it's very effective, where if something happens to you in your trust, you want to specify what we call a successor trustee. And it's not only for after you pass away, it can also be if you're sick and unable to manage affairs for you. Working with this, we can use things like powers of attorney and healthcare directives, but we also want that trust there so that somebody is appointed to help out with the business while you're unable to do so and to continue running it. So I prefer a more formalized plan with those powers of attorney, but we also can use that trust to have long-term plans if you pass away or if you just become sick. It allows your successor trustee to run the show with your business until you get back on your feet. So the bottom line in this situation is that a trust is going to allow for smoother transitions, stronger protection, and a peace of mind. If you have more questions or you want to consider a trust for your business, you can head over to my website, andrewmayers.com. There's a red legal strategy session button on the front page. Click it and you'll be taken to my scheduling page. We can set up a 15 or 20-minute legal strategy session to discuss whether trusts fit in with your business and what are some great next steps for you and strategies for moving forward. If you like this video, you can hit the like or thumbs up button below. You can always head over to YouTube or AyersLawTV.com to subscribe for future episodes. And remember, if you own a business, this may or may not be right for you, but it's definitely worth looking into.